Welcome back to my kitchen, Palos Verdes Golf Club members. Tonight we're going to be making marinated Kalbi short ribs over riced cauliflower and stir-fry vegetables. So first off, we'll start our Korean Kalbi marinade for our short ribs. Has onion, garlic, ginger. I use some apple, sesame oil, some mirin, soy sauce, sugar, and a little water. So first off, we're going to take our onion, garlic, ginger, and apple and make a paste in our food processor. So as you can see, I small dice some onions, some ginger. I like keeping the skin on, but if you like to peel your ginger, you're more than welcome to. And remember, I told you I always have chopped garlic and oil frozen, ready to use. So we're going to use this that I've had previously in the freezer. Then I have 2 apples, which I've kept the skin on, removed the core, and chopped into smaller pieces. And then we'll add all of these ingredients into the food processor to make a paste. So I'll pulse the ingredients. About halfway through pulsing the ingredients, I like to scrape the sides. I'll go ahead and then add about 4 ounces of water to help with the puree. Now that the puree is loosened, we'll go ahead and add this into a bowl. Then we'll go ahead and add the rest of our ingredients to the bowl. I have some sesame oil. We have some mirin, a little sweet cooking wine. Got some white granulated sugar. And some soy sauce. Go ahead and give that a whisk. So now I'm going to marinate the short ribs overnight for about 24 hours in a thin, shallow 9x13 pan. First, I'm going to take some of the marinade and put that in the pan. And then we'll start layering the short ribs into the marinating. So here are the short ribs. It's this thin short rib that have the 3 or 4 bones, nice and thin, probably about a 1/4 inch thick cut. And we'll go ahead and start laying these in. So now that there's a layer of meat in the pan, I'll add some more marinade on top and then go ahead and continue to layer with more short ribs. Once all the short ribs are in the pan, we can go ahead and give it a little press. Submerge any short rib that's above the marinade. If we feel like we need to add a little bit more marinade to cover, go ahead and do so. We want to make sure all of the short ribs are covered and it'll provide a lot of flavor to the entire meat. Now this will get covered. Go into the fridge and let marinate it overnight, and we'll see you tomorrow to cook up some grilled short ribs with riced cauliflower and stir-fry vegetables. Welcome back. Now that we have our short ribs marinated overnight, I'm going to go ahead and prep my vegetables for our stir-fry. We've got some shiitake mushrooms, which we can cut on the bias. I got some sweet peppers, which I'll cut on the bias as well. You can cut it into thin slices, you can cube it, it's personal preference. We'll go ahead and take some carrot, and I'll cut some of these carrots on the bias as well. I'll take some green onion. I like to cut them a little larger into little sticks. And then we have some baby bok choy that we can go ahead and cut as well. Here are the Kalbi short ribs that I took out of the fridge and let sit for about an hour or so. We're going to go ahead and grill them on the stove top. I've got some avocado oil that I'm going to spray the pan with. If you'd like to use your barbecue outside, you're more than welcome to grill these outside. For this video, I'll do it inside. I'm going to add a little black pepper before I grill it. Okay? Then I'll go ahead and put it on the pan. And we'll go for about a minute or two on each side. So the ribs have been on for about 2.5 minutes, so it's time to flip them. With the ribs, you want to definitely get some nice char that brings out the sweetness of the sauce. Now that the ribs are done, we'll go ahead and put them on a plate and set them aside. And we'll go ahead and start our riced cauliflower and stir-fry vegetables. So we'll go ahead and start our riced cauliflower. I'll start with a little bit of olive oil in the pan. Now I have some pre-riced cauliflower. If you had a food processor, you could always rice your cauliflower in that, but it's easier to just buy it. So we'll go ahead and add this to the pan. Add a little salt and some pepper. And I've taken some edamame, some soybeans, and we're going to add that. And we'll saute this up for about 5 to 6 minutes or so. While I have my cauliflower cooking on the side, we'll go ahead and start our stir-fry vegetables. With the stir-fry vegetables, I'll add some sesame oil. So first we'll start by sauteing the shiitake mushrooms. Those take longest to cook. Once the shiitake mushrooms have been sauteed for a couple minutes, I'll go ahead and add the carrots. We'll saute that. I'll add a little bit of salt and pepper right now. And now we can add our sugar snap peas, our sweet peppers. Give that a quick saute. Saute means high heat, quick in the pan. Now we'll go ahead and add the baby bok choy, the green onions, and we'll season a little bit more with salt and pepper. Now if you'd like to use teriyaki sauce or sambal to season your vegetables up, you're more than welcome to. For this dish, I'm going to just keep it simple. There's a lot of flavor in the Kalbi short ribs, so no need to worry. Now, our rice cauliflower is almost ready, so once it's finished, we'll go ahead and turn that off, set that aside, and we'll compose our plate. All right, now it's time to plate. We'll go ahead and put some of our rice cauliflower with edamame on the plate. We'll go ahead and add some of the stir-fry vegetables around the back. And then here we have our short ribs. I like to cut them in half, a little smaller. You can definitely cut them into single bone portions. Like I said, there's 2 to 3 bones, so, or sorry, 3 to 4 bones in this one. So you can cut them smaller if you like, or keep them a little larger. But for here, I'll do a couple smaller and a couple larger. And there you have it, our grilled Kalbi style beef short ribs with rice cauliflower and stir-fry vegetables. Enjoy.